I will now hand over to Tom.
We'll see if we need it. Yeah, thanks very much. Appoggio, I never knew the word. I've now learned something already this evening. Well, thank you very much for inviting me here this evening. Splendid surroundings, splendid company. I'd just like to say, of all the agricultural, rural, and I think energy is the other thing I do quite a lot of, meetings I've been to, this has got the most equal gender balance of any meeting I've been to in that sphere. So congratulate yourselves on that. The others are severely male dominated. I went to an energy and farming thing recently, sort of food versus fuel, and I kid you not, out of 150 delegates, I think there were 2 women, so that wasn't so good. So great stuff. I realised as I put my my black tie on tonight, I don't wear it terribly often. The media, as you know, is more black polo neck than black tie, frankly. And I realised I still had the Diamante stripe. Now, easy. This was put on not very long ago for some friends of mine who were enjoying a civil ceremony, and as you can imagine, it was very appropriate to that particular celebration. So I did think, well, shall I take it off? And I thought, anything called the Fab Awards can deal with a little bit of bling. Frankly, if I had a style tip for some of these buildings, I think you could be lining with a little bit of a Diamante stripe down that steel girder. I think that would really set them off nicely in the agricultural world. Now, I am going to get on to the awards, but I know one of the reasons you got me up here is to hear a little bit of tittle-tattle about Countryfile, and I'm largely going to disappoint you. I'm going to run through a couple of things. John Craven's favourite place to stay is a Premier Inn. He absolutely loves them. I think it appeals to the Yorkshireman in him. He likes the value of a Premier Inn. I've suggested to the company that, you know, they do those adverts with Lenny Henry? They should do them with Lenny and John. It'd be that perfect sort of, you remember the old Eric and Ernie thing when they wake up in bed together? It was totally sexless, it was just perfect, it was friendly. I think they should do one of those with John and Lenny. That would be perfect. What else can I tell you? Adam is allergic to bee stings. In all other ways, he is the perfect human being and farmer, but he is allergic to bee stings. And Ellie is allergic to getting asked to dress up in old-fashioned costume. But that doesn't stop all the producers from asking her to get dressed up in old-fashioned costume, because let's face it, she graces it very well. There's no getting away from that. But they are a great team, and it is a fantastic place to work. Really, really good. Very exciting to get round so many parts of the country and meet so many interesting people and see so many great views. One of the things I do notice in that is that the agricultural buildings are really important in our agricultural landscape. They do really matter to people outside of the farming and rural world. There's a bit of a standing joke in my family that my wife used to, when we were driving along, she'd say, "I wonder what's in that barn." And we used to think, what's she going on about? And we think, and she used to say it all the time, you know, I'm really intrigued. So she was noticing the buildings. We thought we could make a television programme out of what's in that barn, a mixture of sort of Storage Hunters meets Antique Roadshow. But so far the commission has fallen on deaf ears. But and my dad, I remember when in the sort of 70s and 80s when I was growing up, and forgive me if this offends some people in the room, he used to say, and this is slightly serious, he used to say, Mr. Atcost has a lot to answer for, by which he meant that kind of rather brutal form of agricultural design and architecture had, in his view, taken away a lot of the attraction of agricultural buildings and replaced it with a lot of corrugated asbestos, which of course went on to have its own problems and issues. So I am delighted that there are a group of people who are trying to raise the quality and calibre of agricultural buildings and trying to make them, just raise them a little bit above the functional, towards the elegant, towards the sustainable, towards something that people might actually enjoy looking at might be part of the view. And if you could possibly crowbar a couple of extra pounds out of your farming clients in order to do that, then very, very good luck to you, because I think the average standard of these buildings needs to be improved. And I'll say that to the farmers directly, face to face as well. I think they could definitely be improved. I'm actually building a small agricultural building of my own right now. It's a greenhouse about the size of this podium here, so if anybody wants to come on and offer me a bit of a steel structure for it, I'll be most grateful. Currently it's looking like it'll probably fall down in a stiff breeze. But I just conclude by saying, if anyone wants to get a good idea of design, and this is a sexist comment, has any of you men been to the gents here? They are the most fantastic. They're like something out of Hollywood. They're like a Hollywood set design. I know this now. They are amazing. Like, I don't know if the ladies good. The ladies no. Take a sneak in there, ladies. Honestly, they are worth a look. They are the most fantastic piece of. I just had to put that in because they struck me as a great piece of architecture and design. Right now, I have to get on with the important work of the evening, and I'll get my order correct. We have a number of awards here. Some of them have straight winners, some of them have highly commended to go along with them. And I'm sure Tony is going to coach me if I get things wrong. Quite likely, I would have thought, Tony. But please bear with me. I've enjoyed some of your hospitality, so if I trip up, we can blame it on that. Now, I believe the first award is the unusual building award. Great category, that, by the way. I'm wondering what's coming up in this category. So first of all, we have the Unusual Building Awards, and in true Oscar style, let's have a look at the envelope. And in this there are two names to be mentioned. There is a commended and a winner, and the commended successful candidate for this award is Robinson Structures Limited for the Marlbrook Farm buildings, and the judges said quite simply, it was lovely looking. So Robinson Structures would like to come up.
Lovely, thank you.
And you get a nice picture. Thank you. Thank you.